And we are back, everybody. We have banished our tech grubs, but we're going to go see some good grubs because Aggie has our Hollow Knight all grubs run to present for us. I am so excited for this. Aggie, let's see some cute little guys.
Yippee! Hey everybody, I am Aggie, and I'm gonna be doing an All Grubs, All Glitches speedrun. I'm joined by some incredibly cute, awesome, amazing comms. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hello, I'm meemee. I am also a glitch runner of this game, and I'm happy and excited to see some grubs being freed today.
And hi, I'm aPress. I am also a glitched but also not glitched speedrunner of Hollow Knight and also play a lot of randomizer, and I'm so ready to save a bunch of grubs. Yippee!
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of things happening very, very quickly, so we're gonna get into it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did I press the wrong? Never mind. I soft up a thing. My buttons did
Menus,
not work.
please.
Menus.
Some of the
but
glitches take a lot of menuing finesse. You can't. Things have to go exactly right.
But yeah, we're going to start explaining. The thing that just happened there is what we call main menu storage, where you can get 2 different instances of the main menu up at once, and you can use it to load into the game twice at once, basically. So we load into a Godseeker save file, and then while the game is taking us into that, we also load into a regular save file. This lets us take all of the things that a Godseeker save file gives you, which basically starts you with full movement, like all of the upgrades you can get, and just bring it into a brand new save file.
And using that, we're going back into the main game, and we're going to use that to basically get over to the left side into Cliffs here, where there's a bench that's very fortunately positioned to let us get a state called NoClip. What NoClip does is, well, you'll see soon, but we're floating flying Wii.
Floating flying Wii, searcher.
And so the reason this happens is there's a special state you get when loading into a bench, which is normally taken away immediately, but by leaving the room immediately, instantly, the game doesn't have time to take that state away. And so we get to keep this no-clip state that you're seeing right here.
Yeah, and NoClip does all kinds of crazy things. The biggest one being, like, you just get to go through all of the walls and floors. You will still get hit by, like, enemies and hazards, but it's obviously very powerful to be able to just ignore all of the walls and go where you want to go. But yeah, one of the other things that happens, a very common thing with Hollow Knight speedrunning, is you can very easily get into states where you soft lock. There are things with NoClip where, like, yes, because you don't touch the floors or the ceilings, that you can just fly up or down forever. Because you still follow the rules of you get 1 dash and you get 1 wings until you touch the ground. So a big part of being a, like, Hollow Knight all glitches speedrunner is learning how to do all of these things precisely so that you don't soft lock.
You only get 1 chance. It's very unforgiving. So one thing that you can see right here, Aggie was changing charms when you're not supposed to be able to change charms. So normally in this game, you can only change your charms when you are sitting on a bench. Well, we are sitting on a bench, but we aren't. The game thinks that we're sitting on a bench right now. So it's a state called bench storage, and we can use that state to equip different items or different charms, but also you can use it for things like what you're about to see right here, opening the menu in the load there, and then dashing and pausing, and you fly. That's called dash storage right there.
Yeah, another, like, key staple of Hollow Knight glitches is you get into one glitch state, and then you just use that to get into all of the other glitch states. So start with bench storage, and you can use it to get transition storage, and then you can use the transition storage to get like no clip other ways, and just all kinds of things like that.
Second grub. Yippee!
Yippee.
So the whole route has been sort of carefully planned around going through different areas. Keeping in mind, there is a special rule that we're not allowed to break. You're not allowed to go through an upwards transition here. If we go through an upwards transition, we just fly away forever. And it's not the fun kind of fly away forever. You can't even quit out. It's a hard lock. You have to force close the game. So the planning has been worked through to make sure that we can get every grub we need to get through, even the ones that are hiding from us.
Yeah, we're collecting some essence here from this whispering root. So it's fun with the Godseeker stay file. It actually does start you with 1 essence. But we need a bit more than that because we'll be using Dreamgate a few times throughout the run. So we just get all of it that we need right there, in a nice, convenient location.
No. Nope. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait. Yeah. I did something really silly.
And like we said, things can go wrong very easily. It's very, very difficult.
While we get through our extremely tough menuing, which I have a lot of respect for because I can't do menuing in speedrun. Can I let chat know about a little thing we have going for them?
Yeah,
because we have a poll specifically in chat that you can use your channel points for, and it's kind of a little like gamba. So we're kind of wondering, how much geo do we think that the Grub Father will give us? Do y'all have any opinions on that in your experience as Hollow Knight runners?
I'm gonna hold off in saying anything because it
Yeah.
might give away the answer.
Okay. Well, we have 4 options, and I'm very confused about some of these numbers because they don't make sense to me. The first option is 6,750 geo. The second option is between 6,751 geo and 25,000 geo. And then the third option is 25,000 is between 25,001 geo and 50,000, and the fourth is over 50,000. So I want to know what everybody thinks we're going to get for this poll. I would love to see that, and maybe we can also get some very interesting amounts in your donations. I would love to read them off for you.
Certainly, if you just check the wiki, you'd get the right answer, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
definitely, right? There's no nothing weird happening here.
No, nothing weird going on at all in this speedrun. It's all normal.
As someone who knows nothing about Hollow Knight other than the fact that I get frustrated when I try to play this, and I really respect y'all, you could tell me that this is totally normal, and I would believe you.
Hey, look, everything that's happening right now is 100% intended.
Yeah, if it wasn't intended, why would it be in the game?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And even more so, the Godseeker mode was patched in with one of the DLCs.
They put it in just for us.
True.
We're coming up to a little bit of can be a really scary, kind of annoying section here in crypts in the bottom of resting grounds. Hollow Knight kind of like ties the getting rid of darkness effects, like revealing it, to breaking these walls. So it's possible to come up and get this grub just with no clip, but then you just have to do it completely in the dark. There's a whole bunch of enemies that try to explode you. Kind of not a great time sometimes.
Something to keep in mind with these no clip sections is what you think of as a load from walking out of the room is actually just a small box that's positioned on the outside of the room. So if Aggie has to actually hit that box to go to the next room, and if she misses the box, she won't actually transition. So you have to... It's the aiming. It's not easy to actually get into the next room, as you might think.
Yeah, so there are a few things that you still interact with even with no clip. One of them we saw in King Station here, Aggie dived into the water, and the water actually stopped them. The other thing is with those great husk sentries, their shields still like push you around and actually can be really scary because they can just push you down through the floor, and you'll just keep that momentum going forever, unless you actively stop yourself. But we'll be setting our first dream gate here, and we'll come back in just a little bit and explain what's going on. But it's in a very important location.
What's better than one grub? 3 grubs.
Whoa,
Wow,
so many
so many
grubs.
grubs.
Yeah, so you see as we dream gate here, we're gonna lose no clip. Sucks. We want no clip back immediately. So we're gonna get it a different way, which is by using transition storage to get underneath the acid and setting the dream gate here. When we then go to it, you can interrupt the dream gate animation with getting out of the acid. And now we have no clip again, but also we get invuln. So now we no longer will get hit by enemies or spikes or other hazards.
We're alone out here. Nothing can touch us anymore.
Which sometimes is good, sometimes not good, because now there's even less things to potentially save you and keep you from soft locking if something goes wrong.
And we had to quit out to get back because that would have been going back through an upwards transition. So we need to get back, and we're gonna go back into the acid.
Yeah, another thing worth noting is when you do these like glitched things with Dreamgate, it also puts you in a bit of a state that we just call white screen, which is if you try to Dreamgate again a second time, it will just kind of break and your screen will just stay white. It'll never clear the white screen during the transition. So you can still like move around and play the game, but it just means you won't get to see anything. And generally, like nobody wants to do that. So you need to quit out to reset that before going back to your Dreamgate.
There's a glitch task of this game that is done fully in white screen, but is made not white screen just so you can actually see it.
Yeah.
That is very scary. Nice blessing.
Huge. Oh, another blessings.
Let's go.
We're winning. I'll take a quick trip into the hive here. We set our dream gate before coming in because this very next grub is one of just a few that are completely locked behind an upwards transition. So we need to go to it without no clip. So we'll have this dream gate here to get back to it quickly. Although you will see that Aggie used Shriek theirs to get off of the bench early still. This time it's not to get no clip, but just to get bench storage, where the game thinks that you're on the bench. Because we can use that to very quickly get no clip again. Something that we love to have.
One thing that you're going to see here is that to actually C-dash, C-dash is this crystal thing that we do where there's the trail flying behind us and we go really fast. To actually do that, it's not as easy as it is normally, where you just stand on the ground and do it, because we actually have to be over the ground, which is not as easy as you might think when you have no clip. It's
When the floor
not,
doesn't stop you, yeah.
yeah. And so getting each C dash is takes a lot of memorization of random polygons in the walls that you can stand on.
Yeah, something that you'll hear a Hollow Knight glitch speedrunner say a lot is just like there's so much floor in these walls.
Oh,
Nice.
that's
And yeah,
laggy. That's a really hard trick.
similarly to C dash, placing your dream gate needs you to be pretty much in line with the ground. So right there, using Great Slash to stop yourself right where the floor is what lets you set the dream gate, and can be pretty tricky to do. Oh, can we find the floor in the wall? Yes.
Yes.
And here we'll go ahead and do another quit out to avoid white screen before going back to our dream gate just to get one more grub.
Yeah, there is some really cool wet screen movement you can do here, but it's scary, and I'm not
Yeah.
that great at it. Oh.
Of course, making sure to save some soul so we can get no clip again.
Woo.
Back to Motto Bench.
Yeah, and this motto clip is still a relatively new technique that we found. And it's pretty nice, especially just in terms of like real time that you save, because it means we don't need to go through the opening cutscene many times when we want to use main menu storage to get back to King's Pass with no clip, which is something that you see like 4 or 5 times in the older route.
Nope. That
Oh.
was not what I wanted to do.
Track.
Floaty jump, please.
Yeah.
Oh, should explain why the soul is needed. So, as you can see, if you've seen every time the Aggie is getting control there's a shriek that's happening. There's like a spell that's being cast. And so what she's doing is she's mashing a spell as she's loading in, which gives her control from the bench, which is how she's leaving the room so quickly.
Yeah, the
But you
game
can
will
only
let
do
you
that if you have-
use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it lets you use the soul that you had when you last quit out for just a little bit before it actually takes it away from you when you reload into it. And that's why in between attempts she has to go and the farm soul a little bit.
This is another special part of transition storage where it lets you move during a dive. And you can dash to cancel it.
Which is nice, because if you couldn't dash to cancel it, you just wouldn't be able to cancel it.
Every
Says
time
we
I'm
need to
watching
take
you
a
do
guy.
these menus, I'm just absolutely amazed. I have to just congratulate you on how beautiful this is to me.
Yeah, it's definitely something that takes a little bit of getting used to, because glitches are notorious and be quite difficult but they're very much yeah, I think I think AGAG as a category is very good as a learning glitches and yeah, as one's first glitch category. Well, it was my first glitch category anyway, because I like Grubs and Grubs CFE and meemee and yeah, super
Yeah.
cute. And everyone
Mhm.
should save all the Grubbies.
True.
I'm not saying that I won't. I'll do my best grub impression if y'all send in some meemee donos. I will do it.
Eyes?
Not a very good grub, but I can try.
So that was a special strat that was found specifically for this category. It wasn't used anywhere. I found it when I routed part of this category out.
Let's go.
It wasn't being used anywhere. And what we're doing there is we're down dashing, hitting the load, but then hitting the water after puts us in a swimming animation, and you can use that animation. You get in a special state that you can use to cancel your Dreamgate later to get invuln.
Which is really nice coming into Queen's Gardens. There's just a lot of enemies around here, and you just get to ignore them all now.
Yeah, this wouldn't be possible without invuln. There's too much stuff in the way. It would be too slow.
Yeah, we'll be making our way into Deepness now. Quite a few grubs to collect here. But a lot of, yeah, just you get to see a whole lot of no-clip movement in this category.
One thing that Aggie has to keep in mind is there's this state you can get we call floaty wings. And it's a very weird mechanic, or like it's a glitchy state where if your jump is canceled too early, your next jump will continue forever if it's a wings, which is really scary with no clip because your wings has no max height, so it'll just send you flying forever with no control. And so that's something that glitch runners have to be mindful of at all times because it's very scary and will just soft lock you with no remorse. So another thing that Aggie is keeping track of here, it's with all the different stuff going on.
Yeah, because you need to be quick on catching if you add a floaty jump in order to save yourself in time.
Just a quick note that great slash cancel in Dartmouth there is a 3-frame window.
Yeah.
In order to get the C dash off.
I didn't even realize that was so tight. Jeez.
It's a run killer for sure. It's 10 seconds time loss if you miss it too. It's really brutal.
Also run killer because just sometimes you just do a cyclone instead.
Yeah. We're making our way through what would usually be the first area of the game, but we took things in a little bit of a different order.
No, I think this is a route that a lot of people do on their first playthrough, right? You go to Crystal Peak
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Look, Crystal Peak has the most grubbies, so therefore you have to go there first.
True.
Oh.
Yeah, something that can be nice there for making sure you're aligned to the ground is you can actually use the hazard respawns to put you in the same spot every time. But you kind of see there, I didn't quite go far enough to get the right hazard respawn, but you can just dunk yourself on the spikes to get yourself where you need to be. I always think it's very silly, but it's a nice strat.
It's another thing to keep track of. Speaking of how many things you have to keep track of in Glitched, the little purple respawn boxes. Oof, okay. That room is scary. It's very easy to soft lock in that room.
But thankfully, there's a mistake that comes out of the floor to help you fix your mistakes. Smile.
No soul twister, no.
And we come over here.
Grubs that are locked behind upwards transitions.
Yeah.
That's the one that we set another dream gate for.
Yeah, I've had a run where I've had a soul twister just spawn on top of me as I've gone downwards. It was not a fun time.
Oh no.
Can fix this.
Yeah, the gate should be open, right?
It won't be open, but we can.
No, is it not open? Okay.
Around that.
There's a grub that's in the wall there. I think Aggie just missed the water that'll stop your down dash there. So we'll need to go back for that grub.
Yeah. I'll just change the order a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, another thing, especially if you're doing glitch runs in any kind of marathon setting, like knowing enough about the game in order to back yourself up when things go wrong is really important and just takes a whole lot of game knowledge to be able to do. Really the kind of thing where it's just you've got to play so much of the game.
Getting no clip back here is not easy, so we're gonna have to find another way of getting there, or getting. I'm not sure how Aggie's going to do this, but
I'm wondering if you could maybe get it in the water in one of these rooms. Is that the idea, Aggie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have bench storage. That's not good.
Oh.
That's fine.
Shoot. Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
There you go. Using the spell early control in order to keep bench storage now when we're here. Mm.
I should. I rando muscle brain memory on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
that was 100% rando brain.
I wonder if the bench flies would have
Yeah, I
went
was
far
thinking
enough down to hit you.
We would have been waiting a while, I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's probably not worth it. Yeah, so one of the other things with bench storage is if you open your inventory, closing the inventory won't actually give you control back. So you just soft lock if you open your inventory unless an enemy can hit you out of it. Or there are ways to do it where you can like make sure that you'll get control back through some other means. So like opening it during a transition will give you your control back. Opening it like while charging a C dash is another way. Oh, no.
Mm.
Aggie, please. I am way too rando brained to not open inventory when I'm doing that.
The rando muscle memory is just too strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because inventory drops are fast, and you want to go fast.
I want to go fast, but but inventory drops are not good when it is yeah when it makes the knight into a model. Yeah.
You have lost player privileges. You are just a model now.
The eccentricities of bench storage start to make more sense if you think about it like the game thinks you're on a bench. It makes sense that closing inventory doesn't give you control back because if you're on a bench, closing your inventory doesn't give you control back.
You need to get off the bench for that.
Yeah. But you're stuck on the bench.
Yeah.
No. There we go. Now we have soul.
There we go.
Nice. You do need essence now.
Yeah. I already know where I'm getting it. It's all good.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, is that a spot you've learned from Glitch Rando Aggie or?
not necessary. Did I?
Okay.
Oh, I did save the grub.
Sounds like you got it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure the splits are messed up now, huh?
Oh yeah, they're not really messed up, but I
Okay.
made sure they're fixed.
Yippee.
So we get to the reason for that 3-frame trick earlier that we were talking about. Shoutouts to Isog for finding this strat. We specifically don't want no clip for this section. It's actually slow to get no clip here, because we're going to do this next short little section until we get no clip later without no clip, which actually lets us get to the next grub faster. And specifically, the reason why we did it this way is that passing the bench in Dirtmouth hits a trigger which sets your bench there. Specifically, it's around the lamppost in there. And we did that on purpose on the way here, on the last trip through, to get the bench in Dirtmouth then, so that we can respawn in the right spot later.
That means that we're not next to the Mato bench that's been letting us get no clip for most of the run. So I do think something that I really love about Hollow Knight glitches is that they're also context dependent. Like no clip is incredibly powerful, but it's still, there are times when it's good and times when it's bad. So doing routing for glitch categories, it's so much about knowing like what tools you have and when you actually want to use them. I think it's really interesting.
Pain, please. Yeah, slightly too.
A fun thing in this room is similar to the floaty wings jumps where you just keep going up forever. If you pogo on the purple mushrooms with no clip, you also will just keep going up. Which it's always so tempting. The purple mushrooms look so inviting. They're just begging for me to pogo them.
Yeah.
But you can't do it.
The danger mushrooms. And purple is such a good color.
True.
So we just saved 4 grubs, right?
Yeah, we saved 4 grubs. Definitely,
Yeah, definitely.
definitely 4. They're all friends.
I looked away for 1 second, so yes, you did say 4 grubs. That's exactly what happened.
Yippee!
Yippee.
Yippee!
Eyes out, eyes out.
And time is coming up very soon. Time. That's all 46 grubs.
GG's.
GG.
GG.
That was a run.
Yeah. Is it time to collect rewards?
It is time to collect our rewards. We did meet that Grubfather rewards, and I am very excited to see what happens here. Okay, I don't like that giggle. Maybe I should be less excited than I am. That was a very evil giggle. Ooh, I'm worried.
No, it's fine. Very normal things happen at
Yeah, very
Grubfather
normal
Geo.
things are about to happen. Has the prediction poll closed?
Yes, it has.
Cool. So, if this were a non-glitched file, it would be getting precisely 6,750 geo. However, you see all this geo on the floor that's seemingly not being picked up.
I want the geo. Why can't we have the geo?
So that's the thing. You can have the geo.
Okay.
This is still there.
This is part of using a God Seeker save file, is you collect the geo, but you don't actually pick it up and remove it from the world.
That's infuriating. Oh.
It's even better with Gathering Swarm.
Yeah.
It all flies around you.
Yeah. If you see frame drops, that's the game. That is very much the game.
Well, that is a lot of geo all rendered on screen at once. That is probably the most amazing money shower ever. I love that it just keeps going. And maybe it should just keep going like the donations we would love to get in for care. So how much geo was this again?
We'll find out once Grubfather stops throwing all this geo.
I'm gonna say that maybe Grubfather is throwing like Grubfather is throwing like 64 geo per throw, and that's textbooks for a nursing student who could provide critical care for their community if you gave that donation to care. So, maybe be like the Grubfather and shower us in some geo.
So let's see how much geo we have at the end. Do you have any guesses, aPress, meemee?
It's probably gonna be like 140,000 is my guess.
Yeah.
I'll go for 100,000.
Okay, I'm gonna go right in the middle and say 120,000.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of geo.
Yeah, just a casual 269,000 geo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal
Just
amount of money.
casuals, just a little bit, just a tiny
Just a
bit.
bit. Yeah. Just a little bit, just a little bit of savings.
Just a
For
little
when
bit of
I go to university.
savings.
Could get some unbreakable charms with that and have some to spare.
Yeah.
Just a bit to spare, yeah. Oh yeah, make sure to pick
Aggie-
up that Hollowness seal. You can sell that for more geo that you
Yeah.
definitely still
Yeah.
need.
Yeah. And the King's Idol.
Yeah.
You get a whole 800 for that.
Thank
That's
you so much
geo.
for showing off all of this geo, all of the little adorable grubs. But Aggie, where would we be able to find your grubby self if we were, wanting to see your adorable cuteness playing maybe some more Hollow Knight?
Yeah. I sometimes stream at twitch.tv/Agumon. I also have a Blue Sky, which is the same name. Yeah, and Grubs, yippee. I like Grubs. Grubs are cool. Yippee.
And from our wonderful commentators, where could people find you if we wanted to hear more from you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/meemee_variety. And more importantly, you can find Aggie and myself. I'm not sure if AP will be there, but at the on the Hollow Knight community stream for Halloween in early October, we'll be doing a bunch of spooky themed races for an event. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and you can find me, I stream sometimes at twitch.tv/a_press. But yeah, no, I'll also be there for Halloween. I'm very excited for that. It's going to be a great time.
Thank you so much. That sounds like that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Y'all, I know you love Grubs, so please go follow everyone here so you can get a little bit more Grub content. And that Halloween, I just about said Halloween, but Halloween sounds like it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to have to tune in for that myself. However, we are going to take a quick little break before we end off our day, but we will be sticking around and we will see y'all in a few moments. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I really want to thank y'all so much for hanging out with us throughout this entire day. That Hollow Knight run was our final one of the night. However, we will be back at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow morning or 9 a.m. Pacific, and we have quite a few really awesome runs for you. We have our split fiction run, which we have that poll open for, which is the Notebook Boss Amalgamation. Currently, Duck is in the lead, but maybe overnight, there could be a little snipe. I would love to see that. We also have the Cavern of Dreams run tomorrow, which we have another incentive open, which is going to be Hug Luna. And I think as we go to bed, maybe we think about giving some hugs. Maybe we think about our friends, and all of the awesome things we could do by maybe getting that incentive met. But we are going to be heading over to one of our awesome Lady Arcaders who you have actually already seen during this marathon. We're going to send y'all over to Abby's Corner, who is currently doing some A Link to the Past. So if you liked our opening run of the marathon, we will be back with that, and y'all can go see our opening runner. But I hope y'all have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. We'll have a good time together then. All right, everybody. And don't forget, warning, incoming game. Warning, incoming game.